I finally got this color right to match the buttstock, and it has been one of the biggest ordeals of trying to match this color to age this thing 50, 60 years and match that color that's on that that other end, that buttstock. And it has really been a challenge. Okay, now what I'm going to do is start the checkering process. And because the other end of it, the pistol grip, the checkering is so precise and so really well done, I'm going to make myself some little guidelines. If I can get something here that's clear and bendable. We'll try that. What I'm going to do is make me some little parallel scratches to my master lines. I've got my master lines cut in here, but I'm going to make some little parallel scratches that'll just keep me on track, because it is easy to get off track. Real easy to do that. These are very light scratches. And what I'm doing is looking at these clear lines, through this clear ruler. I'm looking at these black lines, and I'm just putting that black line on my master line, and then doing a extension. Something like that. Right, that'll get me close enough to the edges. If I can stay on track that far, it'll be it'll turn out very well. Now I got to determine how many lines per inch was on this buttstock. Denbart makes a little guide that's got all the lines per inch that anybody needs to know on a little plastic gauge. And that's it right there. And you can tell if I have it right side up. You can tell 24, 26. Just count the lines as they line up with these lines. So what I'm going to do, I think it's about 22 is my guess. That's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is line up this gauge with the lines that are going. So you got these lines going this way, and then these lines going this way. So I pick either one of them and just line this thing up and count and see if it lines up with that. It's not 20. It's 22. it lines up with this set of numbers right here. Real simple way to do it. You can put a ruler on there and just measure over 1 inch and count the number of lines in that inch, but this is easier. The guy that owns Denbart is a very, very nice man. His name is Walt McVeigh. He's very personable. I've never met him, but every time I call to order something, he and I just talk, and he's always interested in what his customers are doing. He just seems like a real personable man. What I'm going to do is deepen this first master line just a touch. All I'm doing is cleaning the finish out of it, basically. On the first cut, there is so much finish on there that the finish clogs up my tools. Literally, with every single pass and cut, my tools are clogged up, and I have to dip them in lacquer thinner to clean the teeth out, because the teeth are just jammed full of finish. And so that's what all the pausing in between cuts is all about. That's what the banging on the clicking of this tool. I'm trying to knock that finish out of there after I soak it in lacquer thinner. It doesn't take long. It's just maybe 5-6 seconds. But you can see that that's all gummed up. You can see how that stuff is in there, and it won't tap out. You can tap on it, but there's still stuff in there. So every pass you have to dip it in this little bottle of lacquer thinner for about 5 seconds, and then it's clean. Just to give you an idea, a little closer view of what I've been doing. Here's one of those guidelines, that little scratch. There's another one right there. I started here with my master line, and I'm coming this way. When I get close enough to that guideline, I want to see how I want to be paralleling that guideline. You can see the guideline there as I'm paralleling it all the way up. That last line that I cut is paralleling that guideline. That lets me know I'm straight. If these lines are straight and then these lines are straight, there are little diamonds that'll form across here, and they'll be in straight lines. And if they are, it looks good. It looks okay. The untrained eye says, looks good. But if they're not straight, going this way, you can see it from across an interstate, and it looks pretty ugly. That's the reason I go to so much pain to get this thing laid out the first time. Once you get it laid out the first time, then all you're doing after that is just deepening it. But the first time is critical. And I'm not cutting very deep. You just want to lightly cut those lines. You just don't, for some reason, just the nature of the beast is when you cut them deeply, they go crooked. So you just barely scratch them the first time. Alright, that's all the A-line cut. All going this direction. All those are cut, and I'm tired. Time to say goodnight, Gracie. I'll start the B lines tomorrow. I've already got my master lines cut right there. I got one cut right there and one right there. So that pretty much ends the having to use lacquer thinner to rinse my cutter out and that annoying tapping. Once you get those little grooves, cutting across those grooves, the dust tends to blow out of those teeth in there a lot better. I don't have to rinse it out thinner. Picks up a little speed from here on out.